So what inspired you to start your business?
So it was actually a collaboration with my sister, Lisa, who owns the Hive. She had always had plans to open her theater, and she had always asked me to handle the concessions portion of it. And so when she went into real estate with me, the whole plan was she had a 2-year plan. Like she was going to do real estate for 2 years, and then she was going to open her theater, and she wanted me to help with the concessions. And it got to the point where she was looking for spaces, and we were looking at places in Rankin and couldn't find anything that worked for both of us. There just wasn't anything available. She found a space that was amazing for her theater, and so she moved forward with that. And because at that point, I'd already written the business plan, we'd already moved forward with securing lending, we decided that now was the time to do something ourselves. And somebody made mention that the old A-frame in Springfield was available and I should go and take a look at it. And when I walked in this building, it was like the vision was all there. It just all made sense. We did do a lot of work on the building. I think we put something like $60,000 because all of the plumbing had to be done. I will say our landlord had done all of the shell work, but because it had never been a restaurant before, we had to put a lot of work into the building itself. So plumbing, new equipment, new countertops, new everything basically. And the building itself has turned out amazing.
That's awesome. And that's the work that you've put into it is what we see today when we walk into Paddles?
Correct. We do try to maintain what we can, but we just stay so busy. It's really hard. So a lot of times you'll come in and you'll see either me or it'll be Pat. It'll be one of us in here doing something, changing the lights or cleaning the walls, whatever the case may be. So when we walked into the building, the vision was there. And that's what inspired us to start here in this particular building. And when I wrote my business plan initially, I anticipated that it would work. We ran the numbers. I talked to City Hall, Erin down at City Hall. She was amazing. We spoke about the needs of Springfield, what was going on in Springfield, the future needs of Springfield, and it just fit. She had been looking for a coffee shop to fill the gap that was left. I think Dee actually had one previously. Was it
Daisy
Dee?
Mays? She opened.
And so the need was there.
Okay. And that was 2019?
That was, well, the plan started in 2018.
Okay.
Because there was so much build out that had to go on. We actually took possession of the building and started our work. In, I think, March or May of 2019. And I had planned to be open by August so we could catch the first of school, but we didn't open until October of 2019.
What's the story behind the name?
So that's everybody's favorite. That's their favorite little question. And we get a lot of guesses. There are actually Easter eggs. So if you look around, especially on the menu, you'll see Pat, Annalisa, Dana, and Layla everywhere. So PADL. That's Paddles.
Oh.
Pat is my husband, Annalisa is my daughter, Dana is me, and then Layla is my other daughter. So PADL, that's Paddles.
That is so cute.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we actually went through several different iterations of a name for the coffee shop before we landed on that. But Paddles it stuck because it is a family-owned business. We are very family-oriented. My kids work here. My niece works here. So to have it be named after us in a way that's not so overly obvious.
Yeah. That's amazing. Yeah. I had no idea.
One of my customers actually came in this weekend and we were talking about it and she said, didn't we have a conversation once that it's because we're all in this boat together? Okay. So I said, no, but that's good. I might use that in the future.
That's awesome. Yeah. So, how has the community supported you?
We have had community support since day one. We have customers who have come in religiously since we opened our doors. We have one customer, if he doesn't come in, we will call him to make sure he's okay.
I love that.
So we have that support from the community. And then when COVID happened, because it happened immediately. So we opened in October, and then COVID was March the very next year. We did what we could to help the community. So we had days where we were in here literally playing cards. No one was out and about.
Sure.
And so while we were not doing anything, we still had inventory that could be used. There were people in the community that needed it, our first responders. And Jennifer Van Giller, with Southport Provisions, she started basically meal trains for our first responders. So she was really the one that began and reached out to all of the other restaurant owners to see if we could set these up and do a regular donation to our hospital, to our police, to our fire department. So during COVID, we supported our community, and then I think our community supported us back once a lot of the restrictions lifted. And just since then, we try to be in the community and be for the community how we can. So I hope that they see us out and about, and they see that we are here for them just as much as they are here for us.
I think so.
Yeah.
What do you love most about this business, being an entrepreneur?
I think it's hard. It's one of the hardest things I've ever done, but it's rewarding. So to come in here, and it was just like real estate. So when you sell that first-time home buyer their first house, and they get their keys, and there's just so much emotion, we see that all the time here. We have people who are coming to the community, and they're so excited to get out, and they're so excited to experience things. We have new families. We actually had one of our customers so one of their church goers were going out for their very first date, and they had their very first date here. And they eventually got married, and they came to Paddles, and were wearing their dress and their
I love that.
So it's so rewarding to have that feeling that your customers appreciate what you do. And sometimes we say, our customers see us for a few minutes every day, sometimes a little bit longer when we're really busy, but they see us for a few minutes every day. And so we're a little part of their day, but they are our entire day. We know people by name. We know people's telephone numbers so that we can put them in for their rewards when they come in. We know their kids' names. We know their coffee order. So it's just a never-ending reward. So as hard as it is, and as much work as it is, the benefit of doing this and learning all these new things and being here is never ending. All right, I can't.
It's okay.
I also have a little bit of ADHD.
You're good.
And so,
you're good. Me too.
so it works out because I'm always learning something new. I'm always, because with ADHD, you always want to know all the things, and you want to be proficient.
Is that what it is? Is that why I'm like that?
You want to be proficient at all the things, and this offers me that opportunity to always be learning something new. So whether it's learning how to fix my ice machine because it stopped making ice, or learning how to make a new coffee that someone has experienced somewhere else and now they want to try and replicate it.
Okay.
There's always something to learn, and it's every single day. So that is probably the thing that drives me and keeps me coming back every single day. And I tell my employees all the time, the longest I have ever worked anywhere, I think, was 2 years, maybe 3 years. 3 years max. And here we are coming up on year 6 in October.
Yes.
And it's just
amazing.
And I come to work every day, and I'm happy to be here. When I have time off, which doesn't happen often, but it does happen sometimes. When I have time off, I miss being here. And I think that is the biggest indicator of whether a business owner is going to be successful in their business, is whether it calls to them when they're not there.
Yeah.
So
I love that. Any fun or memorable experience that you want to share?
Oh, we have them all the time.
What's your most favorite?
So the new babies. The new babies are always fun because we get the announcement. The parents will, the new mom will come in. The new mom will come in and let us know when she's pregnant. We are almost always, not almost always, a lot of time. I speak in hyperbole.
Me too.
A lot of times we are one of the first people that get told. So of course, close family will get told, and then they will come in and just want to let us know immediately.
Oh.
And it's so you go from that first announcement to watching this new mother grow and learn all the new things, and a lot of times develop food sensitivities that they didn't have. So people that would come in and would regularly get the same thing can no longer can stand eggs, or they don't want, absolutely cannot have whole milk, must be oat milk now. And so we work with them through that process so that we can always offer them what they need. And then to see them come in after they've had the baby, with the new baby, we get introduced to new babies all the time. And it is the brightest part of our day to watch them come in through the door with their baby in their stroller or in their arms or whatever the case may be. And we get to meet this new person. And it happens so many times. So that is the most memorable story for me. That is the part that, if I never come back to work, that I will probably take with me the most.
Yeah.
And then the customers who, like I said, if we don't see them, we worry and we call. Those are the relationships that really make this worth doing.
I love what you said when you said, we're just a small part of their day. They're the biggest part of our day. I just love that. Like, I can relate with that so much.
Right.
So
right. And I think some of our customers get that. So they really do bring a little bit of joy into the building with them, and they're so happy to see us. When I see, I mean, all of our customers are our favorite, but when I see their faces light up, just like our faces light up to see them come through the door, it makes it great.
That's so wonderful.
Yeah.
What are your future goals?
So right now, our current goal is to get our coffee trailer up and running.
Okay.
We took possession of the coffee trailer at Thanksgiving last year, and I think I just made my second submission to the health department yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah, yesterday.
All right.
Hopefully that'll be the second, the last submission. But once I get that, the coffee trailer will be our current goal. And the whole reason behind that is, I don't know if you've been in here on a Saturday before, but a lot of times it is standing room only, line to the door. So the hope is, what we see a lot of times on Saturdays, especially during fall season, is most of our customers are coming from the ball field, whether it's the ball field at Clarence Morgan or they're out at the school for a tournament that's being held at the high school. So the hope is we can move that coffee trailer to wherever the people are, to take some of the pressure off of the actual shop.
Okay.
So there is a plan there.
That's awesome.
And then eventually we hope to have a second location. We have not found one that works. It's real estate is really hard right now.
Yes,
and I'm sure you know.
I'm so well informed. Yes. Yes. It's tough. especially when it's a lease and for commercial space.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Whether
You're either outpriced or, yeah, it's tough and challenging.
I was looking at a space on 21 here in Springfield, and I can't remember the exact figures, but it was more per square foot for this space on 21 in Springfield than it was for a location on Highway 80 in Pooler.
Whoa.
Yeah. And it was ridiculous. Now, whether that space remains leased is a different story.
Just sit.
Yeah. But we have looked, and we do hope to expand in the future.
Okay.
It just has to feel right.
Sure.
We say that when you come into Paddles, you leave with a little bit of small town home. So you come for the coffee and kindness, and you leave with a little bit of small town home. That's my milk delivery.
Oh, hey.
You leave with a little bit of small town home. So it has to fit. It has to feel right. It has to feel right. And when we find it, we'll know. But we're prepared. Like we have all the things in motion. It's just a matter of finding the space that works. So that's the long-term goal, is to find another space.
Well, that'll be exciting when you do. Advice for future entrepreneurs. What would you give? Any advice?
The number one piece of advice that I give future business owners: write a business plan. Write a business plan, and don't just write it down and put it in a drawer. Don't write it down and not take it seriously. Do the work and pull the numbers. And if the numbers don't make you feel good, that business may not be the right business for you. It might not be the right time. It might be the right business. It might not be the right time. But write your business plan. And then when you open your doors, or when you get your business license and you start actually transacting business, revisit your business plan and be willing to make changes if it makes sense. And that was one of the hardest things for me, because I may have ADHD and work like a rabid squirrel a lot of times, but I am so rigid in my rules. So if I tell myself that A, B, and C must be done and these goals must be met, I will strive for those goals. So when COVID happened and we were all pivot, it helped me realize that I needed to be more flexible with my business plan. So
that's tough sometimes for a business owner.
It is.
Because you're generally a type A personality when you're a business owner. So that can be challenging.
And you put all of your money and all of your focus in one direction. And when you're told that that direction has changed, but you still want to go that way, it can really stress you out. It can be the end for some people. So learning how to maintain my path, but also take into account that things need to change, that was a big deal for me. And so if I had not had that business plan, then I don't know that we would have been as successful. So that's the thing that I tell future business owners. Your business plan, it may seem like a small thing, and you might think that it's not important, but that is your first step in finding out if you have a viable business. So that is the number one advice.
That's a good piece of advice. All right, last question. How, as a community, can we help you, support you?
Continue to get the word out. We love having new customers come in and experience our coffee for the first time, but also I am not super active on social media when it comes to my business because I don't like to flood people's pages. We try to post when we have new things come on. So if you come in and you really enjoy a thing, whether you get a new coffee that we put out for one of our seasonal menus or one of our new food items, post about it. Take a picture and tag us in it. It helps. And we see it, and I do show my employees. So when someone takes a picture of their coffee because it is so cute and it looks so delicious, I do show the barista that made that drink, because we can all tell. We all know. I do show the barista, or I do show the person who's working on the sandwich table that day. Look how beautiful your food looks in this picture. Look what you have sent out into the world. Look how you have made somebody's day just by giving them this small piece of whatever it may be. So that's always helpful, and it costs nothing. It's one of the easiest things that we can do as consumers to help small businesses. So
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Dana, for having
thank
me.
you. Thanks for coming. And
Yeah.
I'm glad that we got to do it.
Me too.
Yeah.